Welcome back to the Real Estate Beat with Don Getling with Cherry Creek Mortgage and Mr. Gene Bleeker.
Well, thank you, Don. Thank you. So far, so good so far on the show.
Oh, you kidding me? The guests we have on the show?
I mean, we got the beat. We got it.
Oh, look at you.
We got it. We got the pulse of real estate.
That's it. With the guests we have, how can we not, though?
Right. It's like,
We only
it's
bring the
not
best.
fair. It's not fair having a dream team.
That's right.
So
well, we handpicked. You know, these are great guests and great topics. Great topics for you.
All right, so who's next on the lineup?
All right. And speaking of great topics, we have Mr. Brian Inns in the house. Thank you for joining us again on the Real Estate Beat.
How are you?
Good to see you again.
How long have I known you? It seems like forever, right?
Since I was young.
He is
Well, you're
still
still
young.
young.
That's not even fair.
Since you were young.
Huh?
No, not that far.
How long have you been in real estate?
Just over 10 years.
10 years.
So you started when you were what, 12?
puppy, yeah.
12, like me? Well, you've been in the business. I've been in it 26 years. I don't know.
28 for me.
28, yeah. So we started when we were 12.
Right, he's got me, that's for sure.
But
Well-
he sure climbed up the ladder of success quite quickly.
Well, that's
in
why
10
we have him
years.
here today, and it's why he's going to share some great topics with you today, such as, I love the topic you brought up, Ryan, because nobody talks about this, but it's imperative to the success of a new home buyer. And you brought up the topic of the do's and don'ts when getting pre-approved for a home. Before and after, which is really cool because most don't think about that. They think it's just a piece of paper that you throw out there. There's a lot more to that piece of paper, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. Once you as a home buyer or a potential home buyer get pre-approved with your mortgage lender, your credit report, all of your financial information, your debts, your incomes, all that is recorded and pre-approved based on the current standings.
So there's some things they shouldn't be doing before and after to make sure that their pre-approval stays valid.
Yeah, most people think, just don't open and close any credit cards. When in actuality, it goes a little bit more than that. You
think?
Yeah, the first thing is, obviously don't open any more lines of credit, not just credit cards, but the number one rule of sin is going to be automobiles. Don't go buy a new car whenever you're just getting ready to buy a house.
Even though it might look good to get a car with a new house, I got that.
Yeah, it'll look
Impress
great
the
in front of my
neighborhood.
house. But what if you don't get the house?
Right,
It looks
exactly.
good in front of your apartment building.
Yeah, not only purchases, but as far as like your bank statements and depositing, quote unquote mattress money or money that you have in your safe or anything, whatever you have, at home, don't deposit large sums of cash because they need to have a source in a season.
So it needs to be seasoned for a couple months so that
about
we
2
know where the
months.
money came from. That's a good point.
Exactly, a lot of people just think, oh, well, I'm going to, this cash in my personal house or whatever is nobody knows this is there, so I'm going to put it in there so somebody sees it.
Yeah, most lenders don't like that.
No, they usually don't.
Well, you just had somebody also go and purchase all their goodies for their new home prior to getting their new home.
that was a good one. We not only automobiles, that happens quite often, but once they got into escrow.
Right. This is key. Listen to this. This is good
Yeah,
stuff.
they were pre-approved, pre-qualified. Everything was great. They got their offer accepted, got into escrow, and they thought, well, the process is done. We're good. Not quite. They ended up going to
Home Depot.
Home Depot. I was gonna say, can I say Home Depot?
You just
went
did.
to Home Depot. Yeah. Well, he said it first. Went to Home Depot, and it was 10-20% off if you open up a line of credit. So they figured we're just going to buy everything, save money, which actually financially probably made sense to go spend $5,000 or $6,000. The problem is their credit report showed a $6,000 new line of credit with a $6,000 balance.
So it tapped out their card and nailed their credit score by, I don't know, 30 to 60
30
points
to
or
60
so.
points, yeah.
And that will affect your, basically your ability to get the loan or potentially your interest rate. There's so many factors. So good stuff, though, bringing up
It was a tough
this
one.
before, during, and after. So be careful of assets,
Yep.
where your assets are coming from.
Live your normal life. A lot of people say, oh, and I say normal in quotes. You can still go out to dinner. You can still do your normal life. Pay your bills, of course.
Right.
But make sure everything has a paper trail.
Right, good point. And be careful what you spend your money on. So now that we've talked about the importance of being careful when you get pre-approved, and hopefully with a local lender, of course.
Of course,
that helps
absolutely.
a lot. And with a local title company and your local team. I know that you have some great listings available right now.
We do. We have several listings that are actually just went on the market beginning of the week.
Several.
And it has been a great. December has been a great month. Listening to what Randy said earlier, it's
Because you're working.
There's a lot of
You're working.
True.
I love that.
True. There are a lot of people that are serious about moving up, and it's definitely busy. But yeah, going on the market tonight, we have an amazing townhome in Stevenson Ranch. This is like Stevenson Ranch week for us for some reason.
That's a good place. I live there.
Yeah. In the Crown Villas, the condos, townhomes at the very top of Stevenson Ranch. 2-bedroom and a loft, absolutely gorgeous. Views, 2 balconies, $325,000. I mean, you can't even rent, if you get a normal 20% down conventional loan, you can't even rent for that.
That's right. And with the tax write-offs, there's a huge advantage for them.
Absolutely. And not only that, that condo is one of the few complexes that is FHA approved.
Oh, that's key.
Yeah,
It's
it's only pre-approved for about another, I think, 15 or 20 days, but it'll sell by then.
There you go. Put it in escrow real quick.
Yeah, and then one more if we have time, coming on the market sometime next week is going to be 5 bedrooms, 3,000 square feet at the top of, literally the very top of Stevenson Ranch, one of the last couple of homes in the Skyview tract overlooking the valley. Absolutely gorgeous. Will be about $775.
That's great. You know what? We have to take another short break. Brian
Unfortunately.
Enns,
Great
thank you so
stuff.
much for being on the program. You're amazing. Santa Clarita, there's going to be a lot more real estate going on. We'll be right back. You're watching The Real Estate Beat.